Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be taking a look at some newer Yu-Gi-Oh stuff coming out. We got new Vendred zombie support, and on top of that we got Scareclaw stuff, we've got Therion support, and what's even more interesting is we're gonna be getting new Darkworlds. We just got some confirmation of that. So if you're excited about any of that stuff, drop a like on this video, but let's go ahead and hop in and check out some of these new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Alright, so starting right off, we have the Scar Vendred. This is a level 6 dark zombie effect monster, 2300 attack and 0 defense points, and it says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to add one Vendred spell / trap from your deck to your hand. The second part is if a monster is on the field distributed while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one other zombie monster from your graveyard and then special summon this card. If you do, you cannot special summon monsters while you control this monster except for Vendred monsters. Okay, interesting card effect over there. I doubt you could give this to your opponent, but that could be maybe some strategy. I remember back in the day, people did certain strategies that make it so your opponent could not do anything. Yeah, it's very specific Vendred. It's not just like zombies, so they can't just like really go out of it for like a quick out. But nonetheless, yeah, that could be maybe some strategy that someone tries to use. Next up, they're getting a new, what looks like a boss monster for the Vendred zombies. This is Vendred Scavenger. So it's level 8 dark zombie ritual effect monster, 2800 attack and 0 defense points. And it says that you can ritual summon this card with any Vendred ritual spell. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is during the main phase as a quick effect, distribute one zombie monster to change this card's. Oh, this card gains attack equal to the attributed monster's original attack until the end of this turn. Second part is if you control a Revendred Slayer in this card's graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Okay, I don't know if people would like use Iron Wall. I'm mostly interested in this, just this effect right here. It says while you control this monster. I guess I'm trying to wonder if, like, if you give this to your opponent, that means that they can't go for anything except for Vendreds, right? But nonetheless, we got another ritual card for them, Ravenous Vendred, which is a ritual spell card. This card can be used to ritual summon any Vendred ritual monster. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn, and the first part of it says special one Vendred monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard in face down defense position, except for Vendred Scavenger. Then ritual summon one Vendred ritual monster from your hand or graveyard by attributing monsters whose total levels equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster you ritual summon, including the summoned monster. Okay. Pretty interesting effect of that. I don't know if this is going to take Vendreds to make him like meta enough. Being able to search out whatever you want is pretty nice as long as it's sent to the graveyard, because you can just foolish it, right? But at the same time, I don't know if this is, again, what's going to make them to be like an S tier deck. But you guys that maybe played Vendreds more than me, let me know, because I haven't seen that deck see any play in quite some time. Not even on like Master Duel. I don't think I've even seen that once. Anyways, next up we got new Scareclaw support. This is coming out in Power of the Elements. So let's check it out. Oh, it says Power of Friendship. Dude, we need that YuGiOh friendship support. All right, so we got a new Link monster and a new Quick Play spell card. So the first card is a Link 1 Dark Beast Warrior Link effect monster, 500 attack, and the Link zone is on the left. Its material is one Scarecrow monster or one Visas Starfrost. It says if you Link summon this card, the material must be in your main monster zone. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per duel. Okay, it better be good. So the first part of the effect is if this card is Link summoned to the extra monster zone, you get to add one Liphobia, the Wanton, and Willful World of Desire from your deck to your hand. The second part is if you control Visas Starfrost, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. And then the other card is the Scareclaw Straddle, which is a quick play spell card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. First part of it says activate one of these effects. Target one Scareclaw monster or one Visas Starfrost you control and one face-up monster your opponent controls. Your monster gains attack / defense equal to that opponent's monster's attack or defense, whichever is higher. And the second part of it says when a card or effect is activated that targets a Scarecrow monster and or Visas Starfrost you control, negate that effect. Oh, it doesn't negate and destroy. That's what we needed. All right. Nonetheless, because you can only choose one of these effects, but being able to get a stat boost or protect your card, I mean, it's a pretty nice card for sure. If it was like a generic thing, I think people would actually consider running it. I think it's a decent card for sure. But again, it's locked to basically, Scareclaw and the Visas Starfront. All right. Next up, though, this is info on the new Darkworld support. So Darkworld basically hasn't gotten support in a long time. So this is OCG structure deck R Devil's Gate. So when is this going to be coming out? And they actually don't show off any new cards. It's just kind of like the announcement that they will be coming out. But it's also good to know because getting higher rarities of some of these cards could be a better investment. So anyways, August 6th is the announcement of the release date over here. So obviously through the time, we'll definitely be dropping more info on this as things come out. As far as the price, whatever, that doesn't really matter too much. And it shows that what's in here is in the OCG one. So it's going to be containing 1 ultra rare, 5 super rares, and 8 parallel rare cards. But again, things of course are subject to change up for like dates and stuff, because sometimes still delays and things are still happening with Yu-Gi-Oh and other video games and stuff like that. But nonetheless, yeah, more Darkworld support coming out in the future. It's basically like a reloaded variant is what the structure deck are. If you guys didn't know, the OCG name is Devil's Gate, but the TCG name is Dex Gates of the Underworlds for the translation. Anyways, next up, we still got more cards though. We got new Rikka support. These are, I believe this is the plant. Yeah, this is the plant archetype. It wasn't really too popular, but they have cool artwork though. We got a water level 4, and its name is Rikka Snow Princess. All right, level 4, water 0/0 for the attack and defense. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. First part of it says during your main phase, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, you cannot special summon monsters while you control this monster, except for plant monsters. Okay, so you can just get it out for free. Not too bad at all. Second part is when your opponent activates a monster effect and you control a Rikka monster. As a quick effect, you can shuffle this card from your hand or graveyard into the deck and tribute a plant monster to negate the effect. Oh, dang. If we just didn't have to tribute the plant monster, this would be absolutely amazing, because it's just like a quick negation. Obviously, you'd have control Rikka. Like, this card has a lot of potential, but like it's almost... like, you're just still, like, at the end of the day, kind of neutralizing. But, like, that's such a good effect to be able to just, like, negate anything, any monster effect. It doesn't destroy, though. It just negates. But you do also have to tribute a plant monster. Yeah, it just distribute 1 plant monster. I'm assuming you can't distribute a card in your hand, but that would be amazing if you could. That it would be a plant monster. I'm pretty sure it has to be on the field. Anyways, next up we have the Rikka Arrival, which is a field spell card that says you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. First part of it is if you control a Rikka monster, you can set 1 Rikka spell / trap directly from your deck to your spell and trap zone. Also, you cannot spell some monsters for the rest of the turn except for plant monsters. Second part is once per turn, if you would attribute a plant monsters you control to activate a Rikka card effect, you contribute 1 face-up monster your opponent controls instead of one of those monsters. What? Wait, hold on. Does that still have to be a plant? Okay, you can attribute 1 plant monster. I'm not positive on this, but if this works, like, if it doesn't have to be a plant, you can just tribute 1 monster, because it does specifically say tribute 1 plant monster. Then you'd have to run, what is it, like DNA transplant or surgery, and at that point, like, it's too much. Good luck trying to pull that off. But if you could distribute anything and it does work like that, then, I mean, this is pretty dang good, right? That has a lot more potential. So it all depends on, like, the official ruling and wording on this. But maybe it'll actually be better with the other support. I haven't seen Rikkas, again, in a long time, too. All right, next up, the Therions are getting more support and power of the elements. This card, well, actually, we got 2 different cards. We have Therios Empress Argia, which is going to be the Earth one. That's the one on the left over here with 2100 attack, 2500 defense points. And it says, it's also a Reptile Earth effect, level 8. It says you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of it says you can target 1 Therions or Reptile monster or graveyard spell summon this card from your hand. If you do, equip it with that target. Second part is you can discard 1 card, then target a Therion's monster card in your spell and trap zone to special summon it. Wait. Oh, it has to be Therion. I wish it could just be anything, because there's a lot more potential with that. Anyways, the third effect is a Therion's monster equipped with the card gains 700 attack, and the second effect of this card's name. Okay, that's pretty decent, just being able to go for something and just resummon it. It almost reminds me of kind of like the variant of Heroes that would kind of put their monsters in the background. I mean, that effect is all about Crystal Beast. Anyways, Therion's Irregular Machine effect, Dark, level 10, 1600 attack, 2800 defense points, and that's the artwork on this. This almost looks like a Mega Man boss monster. Next up, though, for the effect of the Therion's Irregular. So it's a machine Dark level 10. And it says you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is you target up to 3 Therion monsters in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip with those targets. Wow, getting 3 equips is pretty good. Second part is you can discard 1 Perpetua Engine Argyro system to destroy all cards your opponent controls. The third effect is while this card is equipped to a monster, you can special summon it, then equip this card to the monster it's equipped to. Okay, that is pretty dang cool. If this card effect, though, was a quick effect, it'd be so much better in my personal opinion, but you guys can let me know your thoughts on any of the new Yu-Gi-Oh cards that we talked about. But anyways, that's gonna go and wrap it up for you guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn the bell so you don't miss out when we cover the new Dark World stuff. I think this thing hopefully will be pretty big, because last Dark Worlds, I mean, they were a really good, powerful deck. But anyways, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. I'm out. Peace.